You planned it out. You built the timeline. You set the deadline. And yet, you're behind. Again. Projects go over time, over budget, and over stress. And strangely, you never saw it coming, even when it's happened before. How does this keep happening, even to smart, experienced people? Welcome to Fallacy Busters, where we expose flawed reasoning, one fallacy at a time. From everyday logic traps to workplace thinking errors, we break down how our minds slip and how to think sharper. Subscribe to our channel to explore life lessons, cultures, and timeless philosophies that shape the way we see the world. Today, the planning fallacy. Why we keep underestimating time and how to beat it. What is the planning fallacy? It is a cognitive bias where we underestimate the time, costs, or risks of future actions, even when we know better. We think, this time will be different. Spoiler alert, it's not. Flashback to the 1970s. Psychologists Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky ran a study with college students. They asked, how long will it take you to finish your thesis? Students' average guess, just 34 days. But the actual average time, a whopping 55 days. That's 3 extra weeks, unaccounted for. And here's the kicker. Even students who knew things could go wrong still made wildly optimistic estimates. So what's going on? Kahneman and Tversky uncovered a deep mental blind spot. Instead of learning from reality, we predict based on how we hope things will unfold. They called this the inside view, where we focus on our personal plan, our drive, our intentions. But what leads to better accuracy? The outside view, where you zoom out and ask, how long did similar projects actually take? That shift from fantasy to facts can change how you plan, and how often you miss the mark. And this fallacy shows up everywhere. Let's look at some real-world examples in construction. The Sydney Opera House was supposed to take 4 years. It took 14 years. A global landmark of poor forecasting. In software, ever heard, this feature will be done by Friday. Developers laugh, and then work weekends. In personal life, I'll renovate my kitchen in 2 weeks. 3 months later, still cooking in the garage. We're not bad at planning. We're bad at predicting our own optimism. Why do we keep falling for it, again and again? It's not just poor planning. The planning fallacy is powered by deep mental shortcuts and biases. First, optimism bias. Our brains love happy endings. We believe our future will be smoother than our past, no matter how many deadlines we've blown before. Then comes scope blindness. We forget the messy middle, the feedback loops, interruptions, bottlenecks. We plan for a perfect path, not the real one. And don't forget social pressure. We want to sound confident, fast, in control, so we shave off days, sometimes weeks, just to impress others or ourselves. Finally, memory glitches. Our brains clean up the past. We remember finishing, not fumbling. The relief, not the rework. Together, these mental traps build a comforting illusion. This time, it'll be different. But unless we rethink the way we plan, we'll keep falling into the same trap. Planning fallacy. Know it. Beat it. In business, the planning fallacy isn't just a mental slip, it's an expensive one. Projects run late, budgets balloon, teams overpromise and underdeliver, employees burn out, clients lose trust. It's not just poor planning. It's flawed forecasting, rooted deep in how our minds work. Why is this a fallacy? Because we mistake hopes for facts, and then we build timelines around fantasy. Optimism isn't planning. Hope isn't a schedule. How to spot this fallacy in daily life. Watch out for these red flags. This will only take a few days. It's simple. That delay won't happen again. Ask yourself, have we done this before? What really happened last time? Are we building in space for the unexpected? Here's how to outsmart the planning fallacy. Use historical data. Ask, how long did this take last time? Use actual history, not hopeful guesses. Account for complexity. More people, more moving parts, more chaos. Complexity always adds time. Build realistic buffers. Take your best case estimate and pad it by 30 to 50%. Friction is real. Expect it. Challenge your own plan. Bring in a skeptic. Let them poke holes. The flaws you miss are the ones that sting. Track. Review. Adapt. Compare what you predicted versus what actually happened. Learn. Repeat. Improve. The planning fallacy isn't a flaw in intelligence. It's a product of human nature. We imagine smooth roads, fast progress, and perfect flow. But life brings traffic, delays, and detours. If you've ever been blindsided by a deadline or underestimated your own task list, this fallacy is for you. Subscribe for more insights that bring psychology and business together, minus the fluff. Let's build smarter habits and sharper minds.